to take a look at a new product from TMI today. This is a revolving center, and it's a high quality revolving center with a double row ball bearing, very well made. And we have for this several centers that fit into it. One is a 60-degree point center for just general turning. We also have a cup center, again for your general turning purposes. And then what makes this one different and sets it aside from all the others is that we also have this collet that fits in here, which makes this outstanding for turning pens. Now, these other centers will actually lock into here. And if I push on it like that, I can't get it back out, so we supply it with a little knockout bar so you can just tap it and remove that. With the collet, that doesn't happen. I can push it in there and lock it, push it down, but it comes right out. And that's why it functions as it does in here. That's a part of the design. So when I put this in the center, now there are other systems that when you load your pen parts on, you use this nut to lock down against the bushings so that the parts won't spin on there while you're turning them. That's one style. With this, there's a little cup in the center, and that's what is supposed to hold this, a point in there. We're capturing it with this collet. Now, here's the way this works. It slides over the mandrel, the collet hits here, we lock our tailstock, and when I tighten the tailstock into place, it's squeezing the collet shut, but not locking it on, so it can slide, so it puts pressure on these parts so that they can be driven for you to turn them and finish them, and it is holding the mandrel absolutely dead center. And it won't let it spring when you turn. When you put pressure on these pieces, it doesn't flex at all because it's locked into that center. When I back this off, you'll see that I back it off and the collet slides right out, so it hasn't locked into anything on there at all. This is a very high quality center, and again, for pen turning, it's the only one made like this, and it is the best one you can get for pen turning. Another part that goes with our center for turning pens is we have our own mandrel as well. It is a fixed mandrel into a tapered piece for your headstock end. And what's different is that the diameter of this is 246 thousandths, and these other systems, many of them are 243 thousandths. And that doesn't sound like a big difference, but when you put your pen parts on there, they don't center perfectly. They have room to move, and when they move around on there, you're not going to get pieces that fit up to your pen parts exactly. With ours, there's just enough clearance for it to slide on, but that's all, and it makes it much more accurate for turning your pieces. And ours doesn't have a thread on the end at all because our center takes care of that for tightening these in place. Now, if you have another system that does have this locking nut on the end, you simply can remove that and our center will still work with these other systems as well. So you don't have to have a new mandrel if you don't want, but our mandrel is sized differently because that also is a great advantage in making those pen parts turn very, very accurate. Another product that we have are finishing bushings for pens. And these bushings simply slide onto your mandrel, and you put those on back to back with the pen parts. And when you're finishing your pen parts, again, we would use our center on this and just support this end with it. And then these bushings are made from a plastic that finish will not stick to. So if you're using CA finish and you do this with your metal bushings on there, the CA sticks to those bushings and then they become all fouled up with that, and you can't really use them. You got to peel it off. With these, the CA glue simply does not stick to these. So that if you're using that CA finish on here, it won't stick to the bushings at all. Even if you're using other finishes. Any other finishes that dry, when you wipe them on, they won't be getting on your good bushings and doing anything to them, and the finishes will simply peel off of the plastic that's used for these bushings. They're just a great help in finishing your pens.